Hello students, today we will be discussing some of the conceptual questions of acid, bases and salts. Okay, so first question I have taken, what happens when SO2 is dissolved in water? So how will you start this question and how will you write this question? Okay, so it is asking what happens when SO2, okay, we'll be writing SO2, isn't it? SO2 is dissolved in water. So what is being added to this SO2? That is H2O. So what it will be forming? SO2 plus H2O. So here it will form what? H2, okay, and SO3. है ना? SO2, okay, plus H2O. H2, S, oxygen 2 plus 1, 3, HSO3, okay. This is hydrogen sulfide, okay, and this it will what? Another in the next step, okay, add up with one atom of oxygen, nascent oxygen will be saying to form water, H2SO4. Okay, so basically what happens when SO2 is dissolved in water? It takes place in two steps. First, sulfurous acid will be formed and then the sulfuric acid. Okay, now, next, why common salt is hygroscopic in nature? What do you mean by hygroscopic first? Hygroscopic means absorbing the moisture from the atmosphere. Okay, so what happens? Common salt, it is NaCl. It consists of water. It also, this NaCl is the main constituents, but it also consists of what? Calcium chloride as well as magnesium chloride. Okay, so this calcium and magnesium chloride which is present in that, okay, they have the property of absorbing the moisture, okay, from the atmosphere, and thus we are saying that yes, this common salt is hygroscopic in nature. Now, why bleaching powder, okay, smells when its pack is opened? Okay, actually what happens? Bleaching powder, when we say its formula is CaOCl2. Okay, what happens in this? This bleaching powder, okay, if the pack is open, it takes the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Okay, so if it is taking carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, okay, so products will be formed. Okay, so the products which will be formed will be what? Calcium carbonate, and yes, plus what is released out? Chlorine gas. This chlorine gas which is releasing out, it gives it a smell, a pungent smell. Now coming to the next question, why are the weak acids and bases poor conductor of electricity? Actually, when we talk about the conduction of the electricity, okay, we need ions. Okay, so those acids, okay, which are strong and totally ionized, okay, yes, they can conduct the electricity easily. Like if we talk about HCl, okay, in this aqueous solution, okay, what happens? It dissociates into H++ Cl- ions. Okay, when we talk about CH3 COOH in aqueous solution, it only partially dissociates, isn't it? CH3 COO- plus H+ ions. So here, if we are talking about this, both are acid, okay, naturally here, if total ionization is there, the conduction of electricity will be more, and if partial ionization is only there, then what happens? There will be conduction, but the conduction will be very feeble, or it will be only poor conduction. okay, whether they are weak acids and weak bases. When we are saying, okay, they are only partially ionized, and yes, if it is partially ionized, what happens? The conduction will be poor, the electricity conduction will be poor. But yes, if they are strong acids and strong bases, totally ionized, okay, into H plus ions and here OH minus ions, and these ions, yes, they will now give a good conduction of electricity. So when we talk about weak acids and weak bases, only partially ionized, so poor conduction of electricity. Okay. Now, why water is a neutral in nature? Why we say that water is neutral in nature? Let us see the formula of water. It is H2O. Okay. So this water is partially ionized. Okay. We'll be saying into what? H plus plus OH minus ions. Okay. It exists in this form. This H plus and OH minus ions, they together form H2O. So here H plus ions for acids, OH minus ions for bases, both together neutralizes their effect, thereby forming what? Water. So water is neutral in nature. Now coming to the next question, calcium oxide does not have OH minus ions even though it is considered as a base. Why? So we all know the definition of the base right now, that yes, a base gives what? OH minus ions in aqueous solution. But yes, when we see calcium oxide, it is not having OH minus ions. Hydroxide ions इसमें नहीं रहता है. So why then also it is known as what? A base. Because when we react it with any acidic substance, it neutralizes it. And yes, more important than that, if we take this calcium oxide, okay, and add water to it, it forms CaOH whole twice. Okay, that is calcium hydroxide. Okay, so here, just balance it. Okay, so here we are seeing that yes, this calcium oxide, when it reacts with water, it forms calcium hydroxide, and yes, this calcium hydroxide can give OH minus ions, thereby proving that yes, calcium oxide, okay, which is a metallic oxide, okay, is a base even though it is not consisting of OH minus ions. So students, a total of 6 questions we have done today. Okay, hope you might have understood it. Good day, take care.